Here we have for sale our 2017 on a 67 plate Volkswagen Crafter. This is a CR35, which means it's got a 3.5 ton gross vehicle weight. And this is the long wheelbase high roof model. It's the 2 litre TDI with 109 brake horsepower, and that comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox. And what we're going to do in this video is have a little walk around. I'll show you the spec that you get on this particular vehicle, and we'll also have a look around, have a look at the condition, and talk you through a little bit about its history, as it is currently available for sale at the time of recording. So starting here, looking down the passenger side of the vehicle, it's always nice to have a look here. Thankfully we've got a nice line of vans there, and we can use those vans to look there for reflections, and in those reflections we can have a look if there are any sort of dents or anything like that. And I must say it's all looking very straight, actually, considering these longer vans can sometimes, it's not uncommon to find them quite dented because of their size. People misjudge them and reverse them into things, etc. But I've got to say, looking down the side there, and I hope you'll agree, that does seem to be in pretty good condition. One minor blemish I can spot here to the naked eye, and that is a little blemish just there, which has been touched in. But as I say, you've got to kind of look for that really to see it. I thought that was a blemish then, but it looks like some sort of insect which has landed on the van. Never mind. Anyway, continuing around to the rear of the van then, we've got rear barn doors. What I mean by that are two doors which open in that sort of fashion. And I'll show you what these black circles are on here for in just a second. It would help if the van was unlocked. Let me quickly unlock it. That would be a good start, wouldn't it? Right, so let's unlock the van, and this gives you a chance then to have a look inside the back. And then when you open the rear doors, you'll see these black arms on here. If you pull on those arms, they clip into place there against the door, and that then allows you to open the doors right out there to their 270-degree position. And what those black circles are for, they're actually magnets, and that holds the door in place there, as I say, wide open to give you maximum accessibility into the rear. If you are going to be loading these vans with a forklift, obviously it's great to get those doors totally out of the way, or alternatively they will just lock into place like that using that arm at 90 degrees. But this gives you a chance then to have a look in the back of the van, and as you may have seen in the advert, it has got brand new ply lining, so you can see that the doors here on the back are fully ply lined to give you obviously maximum protection in the rear of the van. And the same goes inside here. So we've still got the original hard-wearing non-slip floor, but we've then got new wheel arch boxes and new ply lining right down either side. And as you can see, that really does set the van off. And as I say, main thing really is it protects the van. If you've got cargo flying around in here, if it hit on the bare metal, then it causes an outward dent, which you certainly don't want. Really good length in the back of these. It's 4.2, 4.3 meters in the back of the van. So as I say, these are super, super practical. And in terms of height, I'm 6 foot, and I can walk around in the back here with a good few inches above my head, as I say, for some really, really good headroom. As you can see as well, the side loading door has been fully ply lined as well to protect that. And we've also got the factory fitted bulkhead here, which of course can be removed if you wanted to. So you've got some bolts here around the outside. You can remove those and take it completely out. We sell a lot of these for camper conversions. So as I say, in those instances, super easy. You can get that out. You've also got a nice handy step here as well when you're stepping down out of the back of the van. Always handy to have that there as well. Anyway, moving round to the rest of the van. Hopefully the rest of the van will be unlocked. As I say, I can't believe that, but there we are. Anyway, looking at the condition here of the rear doors, there are a couple of small little blemishes just here, but as I say, they are pretty minor, and as I say, all in all, a very presentable looking vehicle. And then looking down the driver's side here, so again, using the same thing here, looking at the reflections, you've got the reflection of that Nissan just there. We can use those to have a look down the side, have a look for any dents or ripples or anything like that. But I must say, it's all looking pretty good along the side of there. Of course, you are going to get the odd blemish here or there, as I've sort of pointed out, and there will be, you know, a couple of those around the vehicle. But of course, remember, this is a used commercial vehicle at the end of the day. These aren't used to go to the shops on a Sunday. Anyway, moving then into the cab of the vehicle, of course, we've got the driver's door already open there. On top of the driver's door, we've got electric windows, we've got electric mirrors. The electric mirrors wouldn't be a standard specification on this Crafter. As you can see, we have got 2 full remote keys, and it's nice to know that that remote locking does work on the rear doors, as we found out earlier in the video. We've got the multifunctioning steering wheel on the right hand side here. You can control the volume for the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone, so that tells you've got Bluetooth phone prep as well. And then on the left hand side, this is where you can control the onboard computer. If you look just there behind the steering wheel, we've got this stalk just here, and that is your cruise control. And you can also activate a speed limiter on there if you wanted to as well. Looking at the driver's seat, nice adjustment here on the driver's seat. So you've got height adjustment there, backrest adjustment. And in terms of condition, it's all looking very nice and clean. Of course, a little bit of wear here. This is just where people would be sort of sliding in and out of the vehicle. Again, very common to see. And there is a little bit of wear here just behind the handle. Again, it's one of those sorts of areas where I guess you are going to get wear on a vehicle. And we've also got here a nice driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. I absolutely love having a driver's armrest on a van. We've also then got a fold down work tray here in the middle, which gives you a place to store a pen, and then you've also got a couple of cup holders just there as well. You've actually got storage underneath the passenger seat as well if you want to. And then if I start the van up, we can have a look at then the screen here in the middle. While I'm starting it up, as I say, it's a good chance there to look to show you that there's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard. It's all idling correctly, and you can also see the mileage there, which is 71,733 miles. Looking up here on top of the dashboard, you've also got a USB port and AUX port in there, some extra storage, a cup holder there, and plenty of other storage up on top. As we look at this screen then, you can see that we're on the Bluetooth sort of screen here, the Bluetooth section of this system. So as I say, this is where you would use to connect your phone. And then of course you've got all your radio controls and everything on here as well. You've got an SD card slot in there. You have actually got a navigation button on here, so you may actually be able to, if you spoke to a Mercedes dealer, you may actually be able to activate at a fee probably satellite navigation in there, which might be handy as well. As I mentioned at the start of the video, it comes with a 6-speed manual gearbox, and as I say, that makes them, when you combine that with your cruise control, fantastic motorway vehicles, and that is why you see so many of these Crafters bombing up and down the motorway. Anyway, another thing on this as well, this has actually been through our workshop, so we have serviced this vehicle, and that included a new cam belt and water pump on these. They're due every 4 years, so we decided to do that as sort of a matter of course. So you've got full peace of mind that you're not going to have to do that for another 4 years or 135,000 miles, I believe the interval is. So just to summarize, long wheelbase VW Crafter, so 2017 on a 67 plate, 71,000 miles, brand new ply lining in the back, and it's just freshly been serviced, including a new timing belt and water pump, all ready to go. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there at the bottom of the sign. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well. Thank you very much for watching.